the day that my Father has made. I will rejoice. Jah, I thank you for this morning. Oh, it's a brand new day. Little bird, they thank him as they sing. So let's all get down and pray.
You know.
And I know this blast of COVID needs to end though. So my kids went to school, went to face. Finally, after 18 months. The last time I went to school was in March. Last year. Last year, March was the last time I went face to face. So today was the first New York City schools, public school, opened face to face. So I went to school today. And it was good for them to be out. You know, they're fully vaccinated. You know, you have to wear masks in class, in school. Everyone, vax or not. Every day you have to fill out a form.
Every day?
Every day you have to fill out a form to say you're not ill or you have no symptoms.
But kids doing that self-test?
Well, yeah. And the thing is, so my oldest is in the last year of high school. He doesn't have to. But my youngest is in the last year of junior high, and he has to. And he's 12. He's going to be 13 next month. So it's not it's not something that's been done across the board for all New York public school. You know? I don't know if it's only junior high, or elementary, I don't know. You know? But you know, so they went out, they came back. You know, they know when they get home they're supposed to, you know, sanitize their hands as I step through the door, you know, and then have this the Clorox fabric spray. It's a disinfectant, but for clothes. So they have to spray the bag, and if they're wearing a hat and the shoe and the shirt, they don't, because they're gonna change the shirt. But the pants, depends on the color of pants. They have to spray the pants as well. Get everything air out, and then they have to go take a shower and wash their hair. Fucking.
And so much treat my son Travis when he come from a daycare. Go and deal with yourself first.
Oh my God. This goddamn thing needs to end, man. All this lockdown. I tell you, did we speak after I went to that interview in the city? No, right?
No, but yeah.
We had messages back and forth
about your experience in the city and some of the how you felt and some of the things that you saw. Just look different.
There's so many stores and restaurants that are closed. Manhattan, Midtown, 42nd Street. On a Monday felt like a ghost town. And this is my stomping ground.
And I'm not experiencing lockdowns.
And there's no lockdown. And it felt like a ghost town. Everything, the trains were empty.
This
And
is
it doesn't matter what time of day.
this is hustling and bustling
Manhattan, 42nd Street, tourist capital. I hardly saw any tourists. I think I saw one tourist. And you can know the tourists. They stick out like a sore thumb. There's hardly any traffic. That was so unusual. I went to Grand Central to catch a train. Grand Central, again, a lot of stores are closed. And it just felt weird, man. And I'm asking myself, can the city come back? Can the city recover?
I think so.
I mean, it's New York City. We've been through a lot. We have come back from 9/11.
Yeah.
But way more people have died than 9/11.
True.
A lot of people have moved out of the city.
Well,
And they didn't just move upstate out to Long Island. They moved completely out of the state of New York.
gone to some rural country.
Yeah,
side.
some people moved out because they wanted more space, because you go stir crazy quarantining in an apartment as opposed to a house with a backyard or a trail behind the house where you can go hiking, or suburbia, clean fresh air, land.
Well, when I'm isolate yourself from people now in the city, nowhere, not the space for yourself.
You're on top of each other. If you have a balcony, it's prime real estate. So then in summer you can kick back on the balcony, have a
and probably those are the people who are still there.
have a cerveza, barbecue on your balcony or patio, But not many. A lot of apartments in the city, it's not like that.
Yeah.
You're stuck inside a house. And
like the people, like last year with the people on the ship. Stuck
in a cabin.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, if I might be complaining, and I know there are people out there in worse situation than I am, but I'm glad, despite everything else that comes with it, I'm glad I have a house where I have a backyard. God, there are many days I would sit in the backyard and eat a mango, or just be on the phone talking to my sisters or my mother or father, cousins, and it's just the mere fact of being outside, the sun. That was very therapeutic. Very therapeutic. And I am dreading winter.
Winter.
I am dreading winter.
Yeah, lose our privilege.
The shorter days, longer nights, the sun.
It's a nightmare.
I am depressed just thinking about it.
The more I talk, the more I appreciate. Because Jamaican, I say about the lockdown this and the lockdown that. The lockdown for last year. We can't stay there. Nothing now.
Those people don't know what a lockdown is.
And I say, which lockdown them I talk about? And of course, Which lockdown? They make you stupid things like we can't go over some of the stupid things. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Come still see people go beach and river.
Yeah, that lockdown. But when the time open up, you can go. Right? So let me say straight out 7 days per week. 3 days straight out of the week. So 4 days you can go out of business and 3 days. And the people in my ball.
But you know,
If I say if COVID don't operate or spread
really?
on Sundays, Monday and Tuesday. I say, adults, if you don't understand what I'm trying to do. I don't say it's perfect, but at least you must have an understanding of what I'm trying to do. Them can't lock down the place for 7 days because them wish them could because they have a recommendation to lock it down for 2 weeks straight first. And if the trend positive, but in a reach a target, lock it down for 2 weeks.
Again.
That's what's on the table recommended by the doctors.
Right, that's what the doctors and the nurses want.
Yes. No. Man said, can't lock it down because of economy. You know, the economy will suffer both for the locals and the business and very. So let me split it. And these people that make fun or stupid gesture to say, if those days are the COVID days only. Let them understand, say, every day that you mix and mingle, you spread. So what I'm going to do, since I can't do this,
limit.
I'm going to limit the mix and mingle, so I limit the spread. Hopefully.
Remember they said the same thing about a curfew.
Yeah. If COVID don't work at night, yeah.
Yeah.
And people don't understand, you know, so I tell you that's all right. Well, I see some survey, some polls ran and result came out this weekend to today. Asking them to rate the government, and the confidence has fallen because just before the election last year, the 3rd of September, when they did COVID polls, the government get like 88% positive, and it dropped to 58%. You understand me? So
yeah, but can I interject?
Mm-hmm.
So that would hold true in most countries.
Because people started at COVID.
People started COVID. Everybody think that every government is doing the wrong thing.
So if you're tired of COVID, you're tired of any measures that come with.
Any measure. Everybody's complaining. People in the UK complaining. People in the US complaining. People everywhere is complaining. Remember now, this is not a Jamaica thing, you know.
See, South Africa.
It's a worldwide thing.
See, South Africa today making measures. Since the rate, the positivity rate have come down, and that happened to August, April, you know. Mm-hmm. Since the positivity rate have come down, we're going to open up measures. Jamaica did that, and people forget, so we did that. We did that in April. And we have to revert back to closing because it never ready for open.
So New Zealand, who have done really well. They might close again because they have the Delta variant in the country and the numbers trending upwards.
As far as Jamaica is concerned, Jamaica looks good.
That's what I'm saying. They act as if it's only Jamaica. This is not a global thing. And I'm sure that Jamaica is not the only country where the government can't afford to give people a stimulus payment.
Yeah. See, Grenada announced because of the impact and the closing Now them can't pay them bills. Them can't pay doctors, nurse, teacher. Them can't pay them regular staff, civil servants. Them in a trouble nowadays, no money in the kitty to do normal.
And Jamaicans are acting as if it's only Jamaica alone. The government need to give the nurse more money. They need to give the police more money. They need to give the doctors more money. They need to give. Where the money coming from?
The nurses demand more money in COVID. The teachers laugh at the proposal. But the proposal, the percentage, I think that's some 2.5%. You know? I mean, I say, took a nosedive from a bad place because Jamaica economy has never been good. So if you nosedive from a bad place, just imagine where you are. Although it's rebounding, but is it growth over 2020 or from over 2021 over 2020? A foolishness, you know.
Right.
You have to compare 2021 to 2019. That's not the real. Have we grown over that? How far we are from 2019? But
Right.
Scratch 2020 because politicians we use 2020 when they want to look good. You look good. You also the economy go by 13%.
Yeah, because it was already in a shitter.
But it declined by 15. But you can't always say it rebounded, it grew by 13. You're not going to remind us that 15 it declined by.
Right. And depends on how you look at it. Where are you judging it from?
And I lie them I tell, but some, you know. So in a declining economy, where you get the money from?
And everyone is looking for pay increase, even the firefighters.
And nobody got redundant like private sector. And this them now see that, you know.
Yeah, because the government.
But even the government put the argument and stuff. Remember, nobody in the government got redundant.
Right.
Nobody, no sector under government responsibility got cut, laid off, or anything due over the Wall Street.
People still at work.
You know what the president and nurse association said? That may be true, but we want to increase because we are family members get cut from private sector.
We want to increase because we have family members who are laid off.
Yeah.
In the private sector.
Yeah. So
the government must make up for that.
Yeah. So the government uses the argument. The government uses said, yeah, for Wall Street, we can't do better than that because remember, I still have a job. They must say, no, I want my job. I want a big increase because me I protect here.
Virgin, I remember after the market crash, I want to say 2008, right? Yeah, 2008. 2008, 2009, right? Since that time until I got laid off, 2017, right? I never received a pay increase. So long that is?
Some 12 years. Some 12 years.
No, 8 years. Well, they call it 2009 to 2017.
Oh, 2017.
Yeah. We work without a pay increase in America. There was a freeze, and a ton of people got laid off. But we were fortunate enough to still have a job.
So you made yourself aware. You don't need nobody to make you aware. You made yourself aware of the reality.
Yeah.
So say, thank God.
People I worked with were laid off. Good people. And I said, them never do them job. Them do them job.
But it's a numbers game now. Them a play.
Yeah.
Somebody has to go.
And so those people were the high earners. You know? But 7, 8 years, no pay increase at all. We weren't angry, we weren't bitter. We did our job still because we had a job. We still had a job.
I understand, because when private sector ready for do these things, I mean, I said them have them MOUs, them of wage freeze. They have had their fair share of that.
Mm-hmm.
However, we can't even look behind for demand now. We have to look on now for demand.
No, what's going on?
Yeah, and now is not the right time. So you have to just live in a reality of now.
Yeah, no. What really surprises me is when Jamaicans act as if it's only a Jamaican problem.
Because a lot of dunks sold them that. A lot of bright dunks sold them that. You have some bright dunks, you know. Them talk loud, them popular, not because them bright or them semi-bright,
Right.
for other reasons. So them use them popularity and talk loud, and people believe them because they talk loud.
Yeah, they lose on platform.
So they must know what they must say. And keep on asking people,
That's unconvincing, right?
why that person know more than the scientist? I ask my neighbor that. Why your source of information knows more than the scientist who create the thing? How comes this person can counteract the scientist? What knowledge base? How you take information and that, but you know what interpret? Mr. See the source of the information. Yeah? Go and you want me to send it? No, I'm happy. Somebody say you're listening? No.
No. Because they don't want to hear. You're not going to listen because it's not what they want to hear.
And then I want to convince them, otherwise I want them already.
Mm-hmm.
I know that. I'm a seat, I'm a know. So I said, oh, you can't do that. You have to be fair to you. You have to listen to both sides, and you can't do one side and then bash the other side without listening. So, that's one. Just start low.
Yeah, me listen to everything, and I might not agree with it, but I listen to it anyway. Cause I had received one the other day. I was gonna send it to you, but I was like, I'm tired. I was like, it was a different, and it came from the same person.
Yeah, I'm understand when it's the same person. The latest now is, and it's food for thought. People can't always debate it. That maybe it's debatable. We're under lockdown, but a cruise ship arrived during the lockdown.
I was going to ask you, because it arrived today, right?
Right.
I was going to ask what was your thought on that?
So the thought behind it, that the Minister of Tourism explained, is that so these things line up months in advance of the date. Because
right.
You have to advertise for people.
People go. Yeah, it doesn't just come up, it doesn't happen like that.
I must say, when the route, because they come back, So I test the waters again.
Yeah, because this is what, the third?
Protocols, I test everything.
Yeah, this is the third cruise ship.
When the arrangement and agreement was made, protocol was, the lockdown was not in place. So the arrangement and the agreement was already in train. So it does allow it to happen. And the limitations now, because of lockdown, the tourists would have limitations of the experience, because not everywhere home. But they better that than nothing. Better that than them cancel it or divert them or whatever.
Right.
The economy need to still have some trickling money from tourism, still heavily dependent on it. Both investors and locals, But people are saying, me or inside, I watch the Me see a picture with person inside I do on a dog outside. Me inside on curfew. I watch the tourists them outside. The dog represent tourists.
Dog a roam free. Because did you see the interview
With woman?
with Roman?
Yeah.
What can she say? She is not Jamaican. She doesn't understand the Jamaican climate. She may have been to Jamaica 3 times, but she cannot. And the reporter is leading her.
Yeah, because the reporter don't say for fairness and balance. The government say, you could have said, however, the government say the
How you feel?
because all of our hospitals are filled. We have people on the waiting area and the corridors in chairs in hallways, and we have 27 person die when the highest one every year over the weekend, Sunday, yesterday.
Yeah.
We have all of these things facing us, and lockdown is to minimize the spread. Instead of have a 7-day spread, we have a 4-day spread. And hopefully that will cut the numbers in the hospital for more money. Say that. Make the person say, oh, it don't make no sense. Or, oh, see what they might try to do. Give the person the information, make them
Right. Make the person make an informed decision.
and you choose not to do that. And you know so them have limited knowledge of. But the person them know what going, the person them come and say, well, I'm not seeing nobody. What going?
They don't know. They have no idea.
Tell them what going. Make them say how foolish is going and make them say, okay, I understand. You know? But I don't know.
The only thing I heard something which I did not agree with, and I don't know true it is. Because in my mind, right, when I heard about it, I had no problem with it. Because listen, I'm not going to sit here in the United States of America and criticize the Jamaican government when nothing that the Jamaican government does has any effect on me at all. It doesn't. Now, and the reason I'm saying that is because there are people out there saying, oh, the government is doing this and they shouldn't have, give tourists preferential treatment. And in my mind, I'm saying they're bringing money into the country, right? And I'm saying, can I hear from the person who works in the tourist industry, person who benefit? Can I hear from them? Can I hear what their take is on it, as opposed to you who works somewhere else, who lives in a different country, wants to give your opinion on something that has no effect on you at all?
Let me remind you on that same track. Right? Remember, when the borders closed last year, not everybody who have loudmouth know about the lockdown was affected because their job was still happening because there was no lockdown internally, but there was a border closed.
Right.
Border affected the tourism sector. So those workers that you're calling up, they don't want you from. They were working for a while.
So those are the ones I want to hear from.
And them know I get a little thing, and people said, no, don't work. You remember last year, 2020, me never that work? Why you that also downtown and sell your wares? Same way. Me never work last year when you are also downtown and wear. I know you're going to tell me, say, because you locked down for 2-3 days at a time, me mustn't work.
Like you were supporting me when.
So, you never support me when me never work last year.
So when I heard about the tour, I thought, okay, this is money for these people to earn, right? There's an opportunity for them, even for a day, earn some money, tips, and whatever it is. But what threw me off today is that I heard, and I don't know how true it is, and I don't know if you heard, but you can probably tell me, is that the little man who works in the craft market wasn't allowed to sell anything. And yet, people who sold craft in Duns River, or I guess those inbound stores, the stores that the Indians run, right? I heard they were allowed to open. I don't know how true that is. Because I thought that would be wrong.
The ship, I don't know about the arrangement for this ship, but the ship before this, I hear the complaints about the government choosing certain sector for activities for the tourism, for the tourists. As it just opened, the first ship are coming as a protocol. These entities, they trust that they can adhere to the protocols. Not everybody was in the start brought into it. Them say them are go widen it as them go as a thing going on. We start with these 4 people, then we spread it as we see if it works. We can't test something if something will work by putting everybody in it.
No, you can't.
Can't. So the pick and choose from the first ship is that yes, that may be true, but why do you pick them? Them have a certain color, status, them business. And we are local and we're black and them. And that could be not a class thing, but could be a professionalism thing. Their business is more professional. Their business is more organized. And if they go test anything, they go test it with the people who are more organized.
So the people who sell in the craft market, are they not? They don't have a representative, or they're not organized, or they don't have a rep. Say, hey, this is our proposal for the next cruise ship.
We don't know.
Can we be considered?
We don't know if them depend a time schedule for implementation. I don't know. But me hear the cry for today. Me don't know if the Indian them were allowed, but me know so Downs River was allowed.
Yeah, I know Downs River was allowed, yeah.
I don't know if I stretch to put the Indians in place, but I'm not sure about that.
Because I would have liked for the people in the craft market though. So that was my only issue when I heard that. Because I heard that they were protesting. People in the craft market.
The government have to be careful that them not lose the plot. Each move they make by not appearing to be balanced.
Right.
You have to be balanced.
You have to be balanced.
You can't consistently be biased towards one sector. You have to communicate. You have to communicate.
Yeah.
The plan before you start implementing it. And this is one of the problems of the government: communication and trust issue. Tell me what the plan is. Don't implement your plan, and then me a question it. And why?
And then no. So you have to be reactive.
Yeah, every time.
And
every time.
How are
this in terms of communication?
Yeah, or you get people for buy into what you're selling if you're not presenting it properly.
So you have this constant riff and point finger of being biased. Week after week, month after month, I mean, that's really see I take the bull by the hand and say, let me give a different approach. Let me not be reactive on this. Let us explain. And if you're still complaining after, I can say, but it was check. A bulletin was set out.
Right.
The paper, it depends on social media. The fact that you don't know is not my fault. But do that. You need to start to do that. They might still see it before and still don't accept it, but you can say, I lay out my plans. You could have challenged it before, make have the discussion before you just happen. But do it. Stop, implement, and then explain, brother. That doesn't make no sense.
And it's been 18 months and you can't get this right. You can't get the communication part right.
I'm not telling you. Yes, so they have it, teaching and preference. We have just concluded another episode. And as usual, what we say, we ask them, the viewers for
like, share, subscribe, comment, and hit the notification bell. Okay?
Yeah, man.
So you'll be notified every time we drop a new video.
If it red, that means you have yet to done it. You know, that subscription button must be gray. you know. So
It takes the guesswork out of people.
and it's a free way to support the channel. Doesn't cost you anything just to subscribe, you know, but it shows growth on our side. So we're asking you for your assistance, please and thanks.
And tell our friend to tell our friend to tell our friend. All right?
Every time. So until next time, this is
All
Teacher
good.
Prof saying out.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share our videos. And don't forget to comment.
And hit that notification bell.
This has been another episode of Teach and the Prof.